Okay, hi everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. This is our professional development class on how to network. And we are fortunate today to have our Liz Dudley Cash. She is with Solutions, and we will formally introduce her a little bit later on in the program. But before we get started, if we can just have everybody chat in what your business or organization is, what you do, and one thing you're looking forward to for the holidays. More people chat in, we'll just kind of go ahead and get started just because our list has a really fun day planned for us today. So and then if you can, just keep your camera on throughout the presentation and stay muted if possible. And so for those of you who don't know, I'm Taylor Escalona. I am the membership administrator in marketing. And we also have Miles Yoshioka here. He is the executive officer. So there's just two of us in the office, and everything else we do is by our wonderful volunteers. So today's class is actually organized by our Chamber's Young Professionals program. And that committee is made up of Chamber members and employees between the ages of 21 to 39. Our co-chairs for the program, Dennis Lin and Poa Shook, were unable to make it today. They had some work things they had to take care of. But the YPs organize networking and educational events that are relevant to the 21 to 39 age group. And we recently started the Young Professionals Recognition Program, where young professionals are recognized for excellence in their workplace, demonstrate strong community service, and advocate for business. We're always looking for more young professionals. So if you have any employees between the ages of 21 to 39, please encourage them to participate in our events or reach out to the office if they have any questions or need more information. Let's see. So we'll go ahead and introduce our list. And thank you everybody for sharing in the chat. Nice to see what you guys are all looking forward to for the holidays. Oh yes, we don't check IDs, but we do try to plan events for the younger age group. But yes, I will go ahead and introduce our list. So number one, international best-selling author, business consultant, and self-love coach, our Liz Dudley Cash is an inspirational speaker and self-love movement leader. With a background in business, neuroscience, and forensics, her career expands over several industries, including operations management, research scientist, and death investigation. Our list unites this eclectic background with her personal journey to overcome the odds and survive a terminal diagnosis. Her award-winning presentations include topics on extreme self-love, mindful business practices, and body positivity. Our list is a big believer in the magic of our individual stories and the power of storytelling to affect positive change in this world. In 2021, she co-founded the Body Positivity Podcast, which she hosts with her colleague Diana Gramillion. Through her company Solutions LLC, she is passionate about helping her clients to become powerful, joyful, authentic business owners experiencing freedom, having a lot more fun in their business, and experiencing the success of their dreams. Our Liz's dream is for each of us to become the loves of our lives. Please join me in welcoming our Liz Dudley Cash.
Thank you, everyone, for having me here. And let's give a big woohoo. Everybody unmute. This is going to be highly interactive. We're all going to be talking today. So let's give a big woohoo for the young professionals and having this event today. Woohoo! Okay, so I want everyone to get their voices all warmed up and be ready to participate, because today is going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to be sharing with each other along the journey. And we're going to be talking about how to network. And I do a lot of networking, and I really love networking. And we're going to dive in. So, and by the way, I should join the young professionals because I actually qualify. I thought I'd already aged out, but I haven't. So I should join. So I'm going to have to get in touch with you, Taylor, and make that happen.
We'd love to have you, definitely.
Awesome. So in 1 minute or less, and you put information in the chat, but we're practicing today as well. So not only are we learning about networking, we're practicing our networking skills too. So in 1 minute or less, I want you to share your name, your business name, what you do, who you serve, and for fun, one thing you're grateful for. So Miles, will you get us started?
Gee, thanks. Pick on the old guy, huh? Okay, good morning. My name is Miles Yoshioka. I am the executive with the Hawaii Island Chamber of Commerce. Pretty much we run the office, we run the chamber, we coordinate a large group of volunteers, and we represent our chamber, all of our member businesses, nonprofits. So I always say, you know, we have about 700 bosses
Mhm.
for Taylor and I. Well, she has 701. But we have 700 bosses who really guide the chamber. And, you know, one thing I am grateful for learning through this job is that it takes a community to run an organization like this. And I'm grateful for our members who allow us to do the things that bring us joy.
Awesome. I love that, Miles. Okay, Kristen, you're next, and then go ahead and pick the next person after you.
Okay, I'm Kristen Viataler, and I work for UH Foundation here in Hilo. And basically, UH Foundation is the fundraising arm for the University of Hawaii. So my kuleana is for UH Hilo and Hawaii Community College, and then also Palamanui campus across the island. I connect donors to the things that they're passionate about, whether it's supporting students or research or anything like that. I also serve the students and the faculty, trying to find funds to help offset costs of education, help the programs go. So I kind of serve everybody. And one thing I'm grateful for is I'm never, put it this way, not never, I'm always amazed and constantly grateful for the people that I meet on this island, because the people here are absolutely incredible. And I'm really, really blessed to be here. So that's it for me. And I will choose Jacob, since it looks like you're under me on the, yeah.
Oh, we can't hear you. Nope, we can't hear you yet. Nope. Jake, it might be, sometimes our computers link to like Bluetooth devices, and it's not the device that we're on necessarily. So why don't we go to Aaron and we'll come back to Jacob.
Aloha, my name is Erin. I work for Housemaster Home Inspections. I'm a customer service manager. I do all their scheduling and answer questions any clients have. We serve realtors, home buyers, as well as homeowners. We're able to help them learn more about the home that they're buying and help homeowners learn more about their homes. Awesome to be aware of what's going on with your house. And one thing I'm grateful for is, since I've started this job, I've definitely met a lot of awesome people, and I hope to continue to do that.
Fantastic. Thank you, Erin. And the next one is Bryn.
Everyone, my name is Bryn Woodhans. I am a commercial banking officer at First Hawaiian Bank, and I serve the community needs for the businesses, which, you know, always spills down to employees as well. I think everything from loans to other banking needs. And something that I'm very grateful for is having access to this community of growth-minded individuals that we can all collaborate with together.
Awesome. Thank you. Ashley.
Aloha, I'm Ashley Mejia with Hawaii Island Realtors. I have been there for 12 years, but I recently have gotten a new role as executive officer. Who do we serve? We serve realtors island-wide and statewide, as well as the general public with, general questions, as well as we advocate for home ownership. One thing I am grateful for is always family. Family first.
Fantastic. And then, thank you, Ashley. Is it Kapailani? Did I say that correctly?
Aloha, it's Kapailani. I go by Kapai for short. I work with Kamehameha Schools, specifically here on Hawaii campus. I'm a program coordinator and I have two projects or realms that I work in. So one is our volunteer program. So that serves all of our KS educational activities and events. So any clubs, any kumu, any huaka'i, anything where they're requesting volunteers or need volunteers. So that could be parents, that could be community members. Anyone working with students goes through the volunteer program, which requires clearance. So serving our KS Ohana and community members that have an interaction with our students on a volunteer basis. So I do the clearances for that. And then the second realm is in our K-12 special events. So we have signature events that come, I work out of our head of school office. So we have signature events that come out, such as, you know, our most recent one upcoming is Founders Day. We have service awards, workplace giving, convocations, anything that is K-12. And so I serve in that capacity, just an overall with the entire everyone, faculty, staff, and students, within our Kula. And so one thing that I am grateful for is our founder, Kelly Bernice Puahi Bishop. I am there working as an employee. I also am an alumni of Kamehameha, and then both of my keiki are now at Kamehameha School. So very grateful to all be together.
Fantastic. That's wonderful. Jacob, are you able to share? No. No. Awesome. Okay.
How about now?
Yes.
Hello?
Woo! Okay, awesome.
My name is Jacob Tuft. My company is Big Island Massage Network, and we have a team of 25 massage therapists all over the island from Na'alehu up to Hawaii, and we treat people who have been injured in car accidents and at work. A lot of people don't know in the state of Hawaii, because it's a no-fault state, if you're hurt in a car accident, massage is covered after an accident. And I'm grateful for Pele for making my home and for keeping things interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely keeping things interesting. Beautiful. And Taylor.
Okay, I'm Taylor Escalona. I am the membership administrator and marketing for the Hawaii Island Chamber of Commerce. So as Miles said, we do serve our members, the community in general, but we also do serve tourists. So they ask us questions and we try to help them however we can. And then my role is basically to make sure our members get all the benefits they should be getting. And then I try to keep up with our website and social media pages. One thing I'm grateful for is all of you for taking time to be here today.
Thank you. Let's give a big woohoo for everyone's share.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! And we're going to be doing that a lot today. And why do I do that? Because public speaking is one of the scariest things that anyone does. And every time we unmute, we are public speaking. And so I want to celebrate that with each one of you. Why did I have you go through the process of introducing yourself? Guess what? Not only are you at How to Network, you are networking today. So we are going to be putting everything into practice as we go along. And why do we network? And we're going to get more into that. But one of the key reasons is to create referral partnerships. Now, this could be for sales if we're looking for sales in our business, but it could be referrals for almost anything in our lives. So I've gotten referrals for somebody to help me with yard work before, and I didn't make any money off of that referral, but it was a good referral because it met my need, right? So guess what all of you are today to each other? You are your referral partners. So get to know each other. You're going to get to know each other even more through today. And by the time we end today, you will have made at least one new connection for at least one other person here, if not more.
That's okay.
So why is networking important in business? Why do we network in business? Anybody want to share? Why do we network in business? Go ahead and unmute. Why do we network in business? I'm going to call on people. I will. Don't tempt me. Come on, guys. You know this.
Build
Why do we network in business?
relationships.
What's that, Taylor?
Build relationships.
To build relationships. That's an important one. Oh, that's interesting. It went backwards. That's okay. So business networking is a way of leveraging your business and personal connections. So not just your business, but your personal connections to help you bring in new customers, vendors, or to get great advice for running your business. Okay. And it can be for so much more than that. You know, half the people that were in my wedding party, were from connections that I made networking, right? So networking can impact our business. It can also significantly impact our lives. Networking is also about interacting and engaging with people for mutual benefit. If you're facing challenges in your business, your network may be able to provide you with advice. Equally, you may be able to share your knowledge and skills to help contacts, which will strengthen your relationships. Okay, so we never know who's in the room with us, whether that's a Zoom room or in person. And those people might make the difference in our business. We might get that one little piece of information that we've been waiting for just from somebody that's knowledgeable in that area, and they happen to be networking with us. So what is networking not? And it's not selling to each other. Ever. It's not selling to each other. We don't sell to each other when we're networking. We share about our business. We share about ourselves. We share about places we're going or people that we know, but we're never selling to each other unless somebody specifically asks us how they can become a client, right? So, and this is a key to networking. You will stand out among the crowd if people have to beg to be your client or beg to know how to be your client, and because you're not selling to them when you network with them. So many people get into networking and think that it is selling, but it's not. It's relationship building. Any questions on that? Any questions on why networking is not selling to each other? Any questions? No? Okay. So why choose networking? There's a lot of ways that we can get the word out about who we are or what we do in business. We can do social media, or we can do emails or cold calls or meetings. And why do we do networking? Well, number one, we get to build relationships, which build referrals, which build sales. And it's much easier to have sales happen through referrals than it is cold calls, right? So who here wants to be in the room with the person that is already primed, they've already know what you do, and they're ready to jump in and work with you that day? You don't have to talk to them about it all. They're just ready. They want to do it. Who wants that in their life? I don't see any hands. Where's the hands? Come on. There we go. I see Kristen, Jacob, and Taylor. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what makes it so much easier when people are already primed. And we can have that when we're networking and when we're building those referral relationships. Networking can open doors to new opportunities that might be out of reach otherwise. So in my networking in this last year, I had a one-to-one with somebody. It didn't result in any business at all, but we had a good connection. And they introduced me to somebody else. Same thing. No business, nothing, good connection. We get 7 tiers out. Right? So 7 people have introduced me to new people. And I got offered my own TV show starting in January. You never know what that next connection is going to bring. And so it's not necessarily about getting the sale or getting a referral for a sale from that first connection. It's about building our network, building those relationships so that that new connection can come in and totally transform our lives in a way that we never thought possible. It also gives us a sense of community and support. So who here has ever needed support in their lives? Hands raised. Anybody? What? You all did? You mean you're human? We're all human and we need support? Yes, of course we all need support. And I have to tell you that the people in my business network were the first people to reach out and ask about myself and my husband when my husband had an emergency appendectomy earlier this year. It was my business network that said, are you okay? Can we bring you food? Can we bring flowers to the hospital? And that's what's possible when we build our business networks, is that we can have people that support us in our business and are out there positively talking about our business, but they can also support us in our lives. And it's because of that building relationships and because we're not selling to each other. The last reason, and I think one of the best reasons to network, is because it's a lot of fun. Who here has ever been to a networking event and it was like hands down so much fun? I want to hear you. Anybody? Anybody ever been? Jacob's like, no. Okay, we got to invite you to some fun network events. I'm going to invite you to a fun network event in person before the end of today. Anybody else have fun in a network event? Go ahead and unmute. Yeah, unmute and tell me about it. Why was it fun?
I recently had fun at a networking event. It was also a charity fundraiser, so it was really fun to see all the different donations and the live auction going on. It was a lot of liveliness going on.
Yeah, and did you have good conversation, Bren?
I did, yes, yes.
And did you laugh?
I did, yeah.
You did? And did you feel like anybody was trying to sell to you?
No, not at all.
No, and it was fun, right? So networking can be a lot of fun. Jacob, I know you're not a convert yet, but we're going to work on it throughout today's presentation. It can be a lot of fun. So networking, where do we start? Okay, so where do we start? How does this work? First, we need to identify the qualities of the people that you want to have in your network. What are the qualities of the people that you want to have in your network? One of the biggest qualities are givers, people that want to give to others, people that are of service, because what do I know about all of you here and what you, and this is another reason why I had you talk about what you do and who you serve. You are all service-minded people, right? Everyone here shared about how they give to others in some way in their business. So finding people that are service-minded and that are givers is a great way to start building your network. You also want to describe who you are and what you do in 4 sentences or less. I'm going to give you homework. Are there any nerdy people in the house today? Anybody here a nerd? No, we don't. Nobody's a nerd? Are you kidding me? Nobody? Okay, well, I'm a nerd. I am a card-carrying, facts and figures loving neuroscientist nerd. I'm a nerdy nerd. And we all want, and when we have those 4 sentences, we are able to communicate what we do in 60 seconds or less, really clearly. Okay, so when we're able to share that information really clearly, guess what that means? It means that we're memorable. So Bryn just shared with us that he went to a fun networking event. Can you think of a face of one of the people that was there? Can you think of a face of one of the people that was there? Yep. And can you remember what that person did for business with their face? Yep. That means that that person passed the face test. So in that amount of time that they had with Bryn, it could have been 60 seconds or less, they shared who they are and what they do, and Bryn was able to remember their face, right? So I'm going to give you homework because I'm nerdy and I can't help myself. I told you I was nerdy, full confession. Your homework is to come up with 4 sentences or less that describe who you are and what you do, that will make you memorable and will pass that face test. Okay, so next is Get specific with your ask. There's another way that we pass the face test. Okay. So when we say, hey, I'm looking to connect to new business owners who haven't even filed for their EIN number yet, but they have an idea for a business and they're excited for it and they're just getting started. Anybody here have a face go up for them when I said that? Anybody here know of a new business owner or somebody that wants to start a business that hasn't even filed? Yeah, Aaron, there you go. I passed the face test. So how did I do that? I got specific. I said a business owner who hasn't even filed for their EIN yet, right? They don't even have a business license yet. They just have an idea and they want to work that out. So that's really specific. And when we're really specific in our ask and networking, it pulls up a face for somebody so that they can introduce us to that person.
I don't understand the face thing.
Be willing to help first. Be willing to help first. Would anybody like to guess what I mean by this? Be willing to help first. Anybody? You want to take a guess at it?
I think that means that you're willing to jump in and put your skin in the game to whatever they have going before whatever it is you're asking for. So you're walking the talk, basically.
Absolutely. Let's give Kristen a big woohoo for her share. Woo!
Woo!
That is absolutely true. So what could that look like? It could mean I'm going to make a connection first, right? So Kristen, what's a connection that would help you in your business or your life right now?
A connection would be somebody in the community who's interested in giving back.
Awesome. So financially or time-wise or both?
Both.
Both. Okay, so Kristen's looking for somebody in the community that's looking to give back in some way, either financially or their time. Awesome. You just passed the face test. I thought of somebody, I made a note of it. I'm going to make that connection. So making that connection for somebody can be being willing to help first. It could be if somebody's like, oh, I'm really looking to connect with other entrepreneurs and I don't know how to do that. Awesome. Come join me and my friends at the Young Professionals. I want to introduce you to my friends at the Young Professionals. That can be helping first. It doesn't have to be sales related. There's a lot of ways that we can help each other in business and give to each other in business without it being sales. Networking is about interacting and engaging with people for mutual benefit. And if you're facing challenges in your business, your network may be able to provide advice. So I had this on the last slide and I'm saying it again because I would love to ask, has anybody ever given you some good advice in a networking event? Oh, Miles shook his head, yes. What came to mind for you, Miles? Go ahead and share.
Well, it actually came from an older gentleman who suggested that I keep a notebook and write things down. And it could be just thoughts or feelings or experiences. But yeah, I've been thinking about it, haven't taken that step, but.
Yeah, but it was big enough that it made an impression on you and you remember it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. Let's give Miles a big woohoo for his share. Woo! Awesome. So we never know where that golden nugget is going to come from, right? We never know. It could be an older gentleman that we thought was unassuming. You know, we didn't necessarily think that that was going to be the person that gave us that golden nugget. And we just need to be open to it. So the 12 commandments of networking. So these are 12 things that the experts say help us to network easier. So number one, have a plan. Guess what? Who here planned to come to How to Network today and put it on your calendar, got the Zoom link, showed up? Anybody? Oh my gosh, everybody in the room, you guys got 100%. A+, you had a plan. Let's give a big wahoo for that. Woo! You had a plan. So having a plan, where am I going to go to network? Who's going to be there? Is it in Zoom? Is it in person? What are the details? Having a plan is the first step. The next one is have your networking tools with you. What would your networking tools be? Ashley, what's a networking tool that you use?
Business cards.
Business cards. If we're in person business, those, you know, those things that we had that had like our information on it. I know like since 2020, we haven't used them a whole bunch, but they do exist. So the business cards. How about you, Erin? I saw you unmute. What are some networking tools?
I was also going to say business cards, but also maybe some little goodies like Housemaster has pens or little keychains. They're fun to pass out as well as business cards.
Absolutely. If you have something that you can pass out with your branding on it, that's huge. A pen, a paper. I like to have a Sharpie marker because they write on either the glossy or the matte business cards. And I'll make a note on the business card to remind me later of who this person is or what I wanted to connect with them about. You can also have a name tag. If you're in person, a name tag is really important. It can be a generic one like this that just has your name on it, or it could be branded for your business. On the Zoom, having your full name, having a camera, having a microphone. You can even put your business name into your Zoom name, right? So those are all tools that we bring to Zoom networking. Identify where and who you want to network with. Okay, so when you step into a networking event, I want you to have an idea that I want to meet one new real estate agent at this networking event or whatever it is. Have an idea of who you want to meet and set a goal. So I want to walk out with 5 new business cards. I want to walk out with one-to-one scheduled. I want to walk out and know where I'm going to go for my next networking event, right? So all of those are really good goals. Act like a host. How does a host act at a party? Who would like to share? Go ahead and unmute. How does a host act at a party?
You make everyone feel welcome and at home and at ease.
Absolutely. You make everyone feel welcome at home and at ease. So today, this is not my organized event, right? So I'm a guest speaker here. And as people were coming in, I'm like, hi, welcome. Well, good to see you. So glad you're here. And we can do that in person too. Think of how much of an impact it makes when you're the person at the door welcoming someone, even if it's not your meeting. It makes a really positive impact, right? Everyone's going to remember that, especially if you're the speaker. If you're the person that's welcoming everyone there and then you go up on stage, people are blown away by that because most people don't do that. This is something that can really set you apart. Listen and ask questions. So all of networking is about finding how you can give value first. Okay, so we have to listen and ask questions, give a referral, give a connection, uncover a need. We're going to practice that in just a moment. Exchange information, have a way of exchanging your information. So in the chat, I saw that everyone put their names and some of you put your email addresses, but not all of you. I would love for you to put your email address in there so that we can all make some new connections. Manage your time efficiently. So as you're connecting to people, make sure, especially if it's in person, that you make the rounds, right? You might find somebody that's super interesting and that's wonderful, and you want to continue to connect with everybody in the room. Make notes. So again, that could be with a Sharpie, it could be on your phone, it could be with a pen on a piece of paper. And then lastly, follow up. So what does follow up mean? It means email people, reach out, say, hey, I want to schedule a one-to-one with you. I want to learn more about you and your business. Hey, you mentioned that you do X, Y, and Z. I want to connect you to this other person that does X, Y, and Z too. You guys might be good referral partners for each other. We all know that the way that we follow up dictates how successful we are in our businesses. Well, guess what? That's true in networking as well. Okay, so the attitude of a successful networker. Forget your personal agenda. Don't sell to people. We're giving to grow. Never dismiss anyone as unimportant. Okay, so Miles told us it was an older gentleman, someone that he didn't necessarily was looking to connect with, that gave him this huge piece of information that he's still thinking about today. So never assume that someone is unimportant. Figure out how you can be useful and add value and find out about their interests. So we're going to practice this. We're going to do a breakout room. And in your breakout room, I want you to uncover the need of someone else in your breakout room and think of someone that you might be able to connect them to. And then for fun, I want you to share why you love to network and the date and time of your upcoming networking event. So I'm going to be opening the breakout rooms, and then we will come back together. Welcome back, everyone. Who uncovered the need of somebody in their Zoom room and thought of someone they can connect them to? Miles, you did? Awesome. Tell me about it. What need did you uncover and who are you going to connect them to?
Well, Jacob, we just learned more about what his services are and how he has more of a niche type service. So got a better understanding. And if we have anybody that is suffering from a car accident or work injury, that, you know, he's someone that we can refer them to. And with Ashley and Aaron, Taylor and I just made connection with a plumbing contractor from Kona that is will become a member of our chamber, and we thought it would be a good way for Aaron and Ashley to connect with him and take advantage of his services.
Awesome. That's huge. Let's give a big wahoo for Miles. Woo! I love that. I love that. Okay, so how do we create these referral relationships? Well, you already have done some of the work, and we can do that by networking in big groups. And we can also do that by networking through one-to-ones. So one-to-ones are when we're in a Zoom room or in person with another person that's in business, and we get to learn about them and their business, and we get to share about ourselves and our business. And I'm going to give all of you the secret sauce to having a really awesome one-to-one, because I know that this is a way that we all network quite a bit. So what's the secret sauce to, well, I guess first I'm going to tell you more about one-to-ones. So a one-to-one is an informal face-to-face meeting designed to explore respective businesses without any selling pressure. It's an opportunity to learn more about the products and services of a fellow colleague offers and to understand what makes a good referral for them. It might also highlight chances to collaborate. So never assume that a person's business, their business title, their name of their company defines who they are. Okay, and one of the important things to realize is that when you're in a one-to-one with somebody, you're not only making a connection to that person, you're potentially making a connection to every person that they know. Okay, because our network is not just us, it's everyone we know. So it's everyone we know in business, everyone that we know in our spiritual community, or in our yoga gym, or in the grocery store, right? It's everyone that we know. Get creative with your meetings. So when you have one-to-ones, have fun with them. So you can meet online, you can go for walks, you can have coffee dates, you can share lunch. I know people that are online and they have coffee dates. They bring their coffee with them to their online meeting. They bring each other with them on their walks, but they're on Zoom. They sit down and have lunch together on Zoom. So some of this you're going to be able to do in person, and some of it you're going to do on Zoom. And it's really important to get creative and make it fun. because fun is one of the biggest reasons why we can be successful in networking. So when we have fun at something, and we know that Bryn had fun because he told us that he had fun at networking, it does exist, our brains learn that this is a really fun activity. And then we're more likely to do it in the future, and we're more likely to be successful at it in the future. So what's the secret sauce to one-to-ones? And if you want to, in the time that we have remaining, you can answer these questions in the chat. Okay, so number one, who is your ideal client? Who is your ideal client? Where do you find your ideal client? What characteristics do they have? What need are you serving? Okay. And I'm going to invite everyone to share or to save the chat at the end so that we can use this as a way to make new connections for each other. So who is your ideal client? How do you know that they're your ideal client? Where do you find them? How do they find you? The next question is, who is your best referral partner? Okay. So who is your best referral partner? Who creates connections for you? You can think of what business are they in? Okay, so maybe for Erin, it's real estate agents, right? Maybe that's one of her best referral partners. Maybe it's property inspectors. Maybe it's other people that have to do with that industry, right? So what service do they provide? What business are they in? Who are those your best referral partners? So for Jacob, it might actually be physicians or naturopathic doctors. It could be chiropractors. It might be somebody else that's in the wellness field, like an acupuncturist or somebody that's in doTERRA. Those all might be good referral partners for Jacob, right? So we want to think about what jobs are they in? And then the third question is, who do you enjoy having one-to-ones with? What characteristics do you like in people that you have fun with? So for me, I like really nerdy people. I could talk about the brain literally all day long. You stick me in a one-to-one with somebody that's nerdy and wants to talk about the brain, I'm all in. That is awesome. I want a connection to that person. Who is that person that you know that wants to do that? Connect them to me. I want to have a one-to-one with them. Maybe it's somebody that has a really good sense of humor. Okay, so when I ask this question, because I ask these 3 questions in every single one-to-one that I do, I have people say, I want to meet somebody that's funny, that's going to make me laugh. I'm like, I have the person for you, Sarah Linton, in my home BNI chapter. She's a photographer and she will have you laughing in that one-to-one. She is hilarious. Okay, so what are these characteristics that you enjoy in people? Sometimes it's being really responsible. Sometimes it's people that are very service-minded and want to give back to the community, right? That might be somebody that Kristen really wants to do a one-to-one with. Whether they are looking to give back right now, if they have that as a characteristic, almost guaranteed they know other people that do too, right? So this is my secret sauce to one-to-ones. When you ask these questions in a one-to-one, you should be able to make at least minimum 1 new connection for somebody. When I do one-to-ones with people, I make 5 or more connections for people, for every person I do a one-to-one with. And it's a way for us all to grow our network, and it's also a way for us to give back to each other. So today we talked about how to network in groups. We also talked about the secret sauce to one-to-ones. So where do we network? We network online. Okay, so today we're in the Young Professionals. There's also the Happy Neighborhood Project. There's the Women of the World Network. There's Rotary. There's BNI. There's other Chamber of Commerce. There's a ton more too, but this is just one place to get started where I know that you could go and attend an event at one of these places for free and network at least once, okay? There's also the Small Business Association. They're putting on things all the time, and you can network there. In person, we have Chamber of Commerce, we have Rotary, we have BNI. Jacob, I'm officially inviting you to my BNI because I know that you'll come and network and have fun. because we have fun, I'm telling you. In
Thank you. Where are
Waimea.
you, Hilo?
We're actually in Waimea Professionals, BNI.
Oh, okay.
In Waimea. And we meet at Fork Restaurant at 8:30 on the first Tuesday of the month. So
Thank
if you
you.
want to come and give some good wahoos and laugh, come join us. So we also have one-to-one meetings. That's another way we network. And then we have small group gatherings. If you know other professionals that are good connections for you, that you think might be good connections for other people, get together, go to a movie together, right? Go to dinner together. Create your own small group gathering as a way to network and grow your network. So let's get out there and network. I'm available if you have any questions. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop my share. So I'm gonna put some information in the chat. There's a couple of ways to stay connected to me. There's a link to schedule a one-to-one. I would love to do one-to-ones with all of you. So you can use that link to schedule a one-to-one. There's a link for a free business strategy session. I do those for free. There's never any pressure to continue working with me. It's just a way for me to give back to the community. And then there is a link to my online group program if you want to check it out. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here for you for the next 5 minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Arles. Can we give her a round of applause, please? Or a wahoo! Thank you so much for sharing. This is really interesting. Anybody have questions for Arles?
I have a question.
Yes.
Well, so if you can't tell already, I'm an I discovered there's two ways to do good in business, like either to network or just do a good job and people will find you. And I've always chosen the latter, but feel like I should be out there networking. Do you have any comments on that?
So if you don't want to network very much, but you want to get the biggest outcome for your networking, I would choose to join a group that is specifically for networking. So there's lots of them out there. I have personally chosen BNI as my primary networking group because that is what they're all about. And I would say, I know, but the young professionals, you're here, right? So this is a great one too. Chamber of Commerce is great. The thing that I like about BNI is I have a lot of introverted friends that are in BNI. They show up one time a week for an hour and a half. They do one-to-one other than that, and that's it. I mean, they just do that. And that by itself grows their network hugely, especially for massage therapists. Because if you just do that and then you give really great massages or your team does to the people in your network, then you're going to have both happening. Not only the word of mouth because you're doing a great job, but you're going to have a team of people that are on your team wanting to spread that word. So I would find the networking group that you find is the best, that has a consistent meeting and time. You know, show up to the meeting in time and do that, and don't do anything else. Because I think that people think they have to be all in and do all the things, and we can get burned out really easily when we're introverted. So yeah, just find one thing and stick to it. That's what I would say.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Just one comment. When you made the list of ways you can network and how you should kind of approach the situation, I was hoping to see something like a smile, or having on a smile, or having on an approachable face. Because yeah, I tend to stay away from grouchy people. Their intentions might be good, that they want to meet people, but I don't know, I just learned about this, what is that, resting bitch face, or
Yes, I used to be I used to be a card carrying member of that club. So I understand. Thank you for that. It's usually when I talk about tools to bring to networking, I usually say your smile, and I just happened to forget to say it today. So thank goodness you were in this Zoom room to remind me. Our smiles are important, and that's one of the ways that we can act like a host too. So if you think about a host at a party, they're smiling, they're greeting, they have that open body language, right? So that's what we want to. We want to be open, we want to smile, we want to be encouraging. Networking can be really scary, especially if we're introverted. I'm far more introverted than people think I am, okay? And it can be kind of scary to put ourselves out there. But if we can have a smile, we will attract people to us, so we don't have to put ourselves out there, right? Any other questions?
I know some other people are wondering too, but what is your TV show?
Oh, so my TV show starting in January is called Building Business with Soul. It's going to be on the Win-Win Women's Network, which is on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV, starting in January. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So I do have a degree in neuroscience, and I talk a lot about how our brains are wired to do business and how we can work with our brains to be more efficient in business, and bringing in what I call those power skills in business, which are mindfulness, emotional intelligence, and those types of things. And that's what I call the soul of business, are those power skills. So,
Oh, very cool.
yeah. Thank you so much for having me today. Again, my contact information is in the chat. Don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to do one-to-ones with all of you. I'm happy to give any follow-up support that I can. And it was just really wonderful to be here today and have you all participating. So
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. We'll be on for a couple more minutes if anybody has any questions. But really quick, if you're not a member of the chamber, we hope that you will consider joining us. There are lots and lots of benefits of being part of the chamber, networking included, and Kapai is our membership chair. So if you have any other questions, she can answer them for you as well. But yes, have a good rest of your Tuesday, and thank you very much for joining us.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alice. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
And I'd love to come back and speak on any topic you want me to, if you think that this was a fun time. So let me know.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Arliss, do you have any suggestions on networking apps, such as, well, for example, I went to a networking event and, we were exchanging business information, but he goes, oh, here's my QR code, scan it, and you'll have all my contact information. Do you have any app recommendations?
Hi, hello.
Hi, hello.
If you Google hi, hello, they
Uh-huh.
make digital business cards, which
Okay.
have QR codes. You can also put it in your email signature. So
Cool.
hi, hello.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.